I got to get to Murfreesboro, Tennessee by way of Nashville on Monday. So now I'm not cured. I'm still the addict. I'm still got my addiction and stuff. So I'm thinking, like, all right, man, great. How I think. I'm going to go back to Atlanta. My wife not going to know. I'm going to get me a hotel room, give me some cocaine, drink, call some people up, and party, and make my way to Murfreesboro, Tennessee on Monday, thinking like an addict. Bro, I'm sitting there on Friday afternoon. They, hey, Mr. House, are you packed? What do you mean packed? They said, oh, they're here to get you. They sent someone from Murfreesboro, Tennessee to Panama City, got me, and flew back with me to that rehab place. And I said, oh, man, it just got serious.
Yeah.
They serious about recovery. They serious about you want this help. And they had already contacted my wife and told her that she already knew. So here I am thinking like an addict thinking she has no idea. She's not going to know I'll make my way over there. She had already wired them the money for me to go to the rehab place, took care of that man. And brother, I got them, and they put me in detox for 5 days, man. Some of the worst times of my life, 5 days in detox. And then that's when they told me, hey, you need to write your timeline. You need to write, how did Roger House get from where he was at to this place in rehab? I talk about those 10 top traumas, man, your time. And the timeline is, keep in mind, there are other guys who already been there 45, 50, 60 days. Now, they have relationships. They've been vulnerable with one another. They don't know me. So now I got to tell my story.
Correct.
So I share here my true story, my vulnerability, brother, about how did I get here? How did I get from where I was, childhood to there, man? So now in front of these guys, I don't know these guys, these 9 other men after I got a detox, Darrell, brother, I got to tell them my story. Now you talking about vulnerability.
Yeah.
And 9 other white men. Tell you something about this place, brother. I'm the first brother to go to this rehab place. Which told me then, man, that we as black men, we need to get the help we need, man. Stop putting the stigma on it that you're weak or you're soft. Or what do you mean you need help? You'll be okay. We got to stop that. I was the first brother, man, to go to this place. And think about, I'm sharing this house, man, with 9 other white brothers, man, who are today some of my best friends.
Yeah.
Because now, you got doctors in there, lawyers, attorneys, CEOs, professional athletes, man. Everybody who's in there is in this house at the time. They've been there long before me. And the great thing about this house, man, it was donated by a Tennessee Titan football player who went through the pro. He donated this house, man. So we all live in this house together, but we'll commute down to the campus for all our one-on-one sessions, our class, our group sessions, man. Everything from escorting, with horses, man. Everything from, trust sessions and stuff, man. That place saved my life, brother.
Yeah.
Saved my life, man. Saved my family, man. And those guys today, man, are my best friends, man. Who I can be vulnerable with, who I can call up and say, hey, man, I'm having a bad day.
Yeah.
I don't have to be on every day, man. Bad days, the storm's going to come. We talked about this, man, where Xavier, you and I talked about this, man, about there's 2 wolves in our lives, man. There are 2 wolves in our lives, a good wolf and a bad wolf. And I talked about which one wins, the one you feed. If I feed that bad wolf of cocaine, drinking, sex, it's going to win. If I feed that good wolf, man, of going to my therapy sessions, getting my rehab session, reaching out to other people about how can I help you, I feed that good wolf, man. It's a fight every day.
Yeah.
Every day is a fight. People often say, man, oh, man, I'm not cured.
Yeah.
Every day is a fight. Every day is a struggle, man, to stay on this side of that bridge, man.
Yeah.
You remember that bridge, you can go to the right or you can go to the left, man. But I have to make that choice, man. It's about getting the help and being transparent. Like, this is therapy and transparency for me, man, because I can save another brother, man.
Yeah.
I can help another brother.
Yeah, no, bro, and bro, I'm just in a moment of silence because there's so much you just said from there, and I made sure I didn't want to cut you off. I wanted you to tell it because what you're saying is so powerful, and many people need to hear it, and not just hear it, but like really digest it. Like, you could hear something, but you have to really digest it, what you just said. And I remember most of everything, so I'm gonna back up for a moment. But I want to I'll do a moment of silence at the end. But I do want to just commend you again for the level of transparency you've had, and I'm also want to I want to make sure you still hold yourself accountable, but I'm definitely this person who want to make sure I reach out, and I'm saying this on camera, so I hold myself accountable, but even the community reaching out and checking up on you, because I can only imagine these things, and obviously I know we just met, but is really important to hear this, and I think it's also, I know for a fact it's gonna help other people. So backing up to the suicide, I just want to say this on camera that what I'm gonna put the number up there, the 1-800 number. I don't know the exact number it is, but if you having those thoughts, you having that any process of even thinking about it, unaliving yourself, yo, call this number, the 1-800 number. I'll put it at the bottom, because the reason I say that is because I lost many people to suicide, and even this year, I had a mutual friend. We because I was doing something, helping him with his business or whatnot, and he kept telling me he was gonna reach out to me. Eventually he never got to reaching out, but once I started this part of DET back, evolving through experience, because I really call this a healthcare company. I started this back at the beginning of this year and staying consistent with it. I've been sending him the episodes, and long story short, he was like, bro, like, you don't know how much you're really helping right now, because right now what I'm going through, I'm dealing with a lot, and this is helping me. Obviously since then I stayed consistent, but maybe about a month and a half ago, I got a reach out from a mutual friend saying, bro, off this self. So it's like, I was just like, damn, like I was hurt, because it's like I knew what I was doing was for this purpose, to help people like that. And then it's to hear that he wound up killing himself, and then he had a son. It just really made me emotional, because I have a son. So I know life can be hard for people. So I just say all of that because I know people out there need to hear these things, because it's life or death. Evolving through experience is life or death. So I say that just to shout out to him. But then after, now we're transitioning, I'm glad you didn't commit suicide. I want to go into the process of, obviously, the rehab. I know you said rehab can be BS, and I'm glad you said that, because I don't want people to think you just go to rehab and it's automatically fixed, bro. I want people to know, like, it's going to be rehabs for you, and it's going to be rehabs not for you. Just like it's going to be therapy for you, and it's going to be therapy not for you. So I say that because I'm glad that you shouted out the one that got, the one that really helped you. And shout out to them. I don't even know what they are, but I'm definitely going to search them up. And I don't know if they take donations, but hey, send donations, y'all, because...
Don't send donations. They charge enough.
Oh, okay. Don't send donations. Okay.
They charge enough.
Okay, cool. Well, that's cool. And they like you said, it's a business, and I understand that part from a business standpoint, but the fact they're really helping, and like you said, they sent people to you to pick you up. Like, I'm glad to hear that. Not just every 30 days hitting that insurance bill, like easy money. Nah, I'm glad you got the help you needed.
Because the real brother, I'm going to tell you, man, I really feel this in my soul. Had it been up to me to come over there, I wouldn't have gone. I wouldn't have gone, brother.
Yeah.
You know, because I had already been down in Florida for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Had it been up to me, transparency, brother, I wouldn't have gone up there, man.
Yeah.
I would have came back to Atlanta, got a hotel room, got with the old people I was hanging out with, got some cocaine, got some women who shouldn't have been in my environment and stuff, bro. And I probably would have did a 5-6 day binge, and then that would have been it, man.
Yeah.
And I don't think
made it.
I would have made it, man. No, I wouldn't have made it. Yeah. I wouldn't. I'm matter of fact, I know I wouldn't have made it, man.
Yeah.
I was at that point where
it was just,
you know,
I'm going all in.
I'm going all in, and that's why I know, brother, I can never go back.
Yeah.
I can never go back, man, because I go back, I'm not coming back. And so every day that I fight to stay sober, man, every day that I wake up in my right mind, which is an amazing thing of peace, I don't want to let myself down first. I don't want to let my wife down, my kids down, and the people, man, who pulling for me, man.
Correct, yeah.
You know, people who call me, and people who check on me, and people I can be transparent with. I go to lunch probably like once, twice a week, man, with somebody, hey, Raj, how you doing? You know, what's going on with you? Brothers who call. So now because I was transparent with them, man, but now because they know.
They know.
And now because, hey, man, I can share my story where I don't have to feel like I'm weak.
Yeah.
I'm soft. Oh, you can't hack, man. Get
really
the help
stronger.
you need, man. You're strong, man. Get the help you need, man. And share that story, man. Find people who are for you.
Yeah.
You know, that's the key, man. Find and let them love on you, man. Love on yourself. I didn't love myself, bro.
Yeah.
When I tell people that, oh, man, it goes back to what you was talking about earlier, man. People think because you have this, you have the material don't matter, man. There are so many people, man, who got all these things who are hurting. Because they got nowhere to turn to, man. Got nobody who believe in them, and tell them, man, it's okay.
What is something, obviously everybody not spending $10,000 a month on it, but what can, and it don't even have to be cocaine, what could you right now tell any functioning addict that's pretty much, if you looked at them today, you could see they reaching that breaking point because you've been there. What could you tell them, or somebody that's just starting out, what could you tell them right now to help them not, and I don't know if it's a right or it's a wrong or wrong answer, but what is something you feel like you could say right now to help that person out there right now? Is like, yo, like, hey, I don't want to stop, but I know I'm reaching that point where it's like I'm broken inside for whatever reason and justified broken, but yo, go get that help. What could you say to them right now?
I would tell them, man, love yourself. You're good enough. You're good enough. And there's resources out there, man, to help you. Love yourself. You are good enough, and reach out for the help. That don't make you weak, make you stronger, man.
Correct.
That don't make you less than, and make you more than. And understand it's okay to ask for help.
Yeah.
Reach out to you, reach out to me. Share my number, man. At the end of this, man, I want people, man, hey, man, my phone's never off, man.
Yeah.
My wife doesn't like it, but she likes new shoes. That's how she gets new shoes. I tell her all the time, being in business and stuff. But I'm saying, man, I would say love yourself first, man, and know it's okay to ask for help.
Correct.
What happens, man, like me, I never thought it was okay to be less than. I never thought it was okay to tell somebody, hey, man, I'm hurting. You know, love yourself and know you are good enough.
Fact.
Ask for help. Call the number. You're going to put some numbers up, man. Ask for help. Go get that help because you're worth it. Most people don't feel like they're worthy. Like, why? Because you're worth it. Because somebody loves you. You know, love yourself, and somebody else loves you.
I'm sorry.
You know, it's okay, bro. Somebody loves you, man. I would say, man, go get the help and know you are worth it. Know it's help for you, and know it's okay to ask for help. I do this, man, 'cause I want to save somebody else, man. I want to save somebody else's life. Well, I do. That's why I'm so vulnerable. That's why I'm so transparent, man. I don't really care what somebody else think. Whatever, man. I know who I am now. Back then, Darrell, brother, I didn't know who I was. You know, I didn't know I was a king, man.
Facts.
I didn't know we all black kings. I didn't know I was a king, man. I didn't know what we could. I've been through a lot, man, and we can get through this together, man. Make that phone call. You are worthy. You deserve to be sober. You deserve to not take that next hit. You deserve to not put that next snort of cocaine up your nose. You deserve to be at peace and to be happy. All my life, man, the last 3 years of my life, man, has been the most enjoyable and peaceful of my life, man.
Beautiful, bro. And I'm so glad to hear that because I want other people to know they can reach that standpoint too. And I'm glad that we can have this serious conversation, transparent and vulnerable conversation, at the same time laugh about certain things. Because now you're in a place where you can laugh about it. Because I know when you said certain things, I seen Trey face. He made a face when you said 10K. I was like, yo, like I know nobody expected to hear that because I know I didn't. But I'm glad that we could talk about this. I'm not saying it's a laughing matter, but I think it's beautiful that we can laugh about certain aspects of it now that you have overcame. And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. And with that, I want to go into the sexual addiction because that's a real thing that a lot of men deal with, and it's not talked about enough.
No.
And at the end of the day, I want to talk about that because I know you had your reasons on why you did that. Obviously, it's a plethora of reasons, but then going into doing that, overindulging it because you want to make sure you're not something. And again, I say that because obviously, we know it's not no diss to the LGBTQ community. Whether you agree with it or not, that's your personal opinion. But I want you to go into that as far as the sexual addiction.
Yeah, for me, man, it's like being suffering childhood sexual addiction at the age of 5 and then at the age of 9, and being raised in the South, man. We had this stigma about being gay. You know, my thing, man, I got gay friends.
Facts.
I got gay relatives. Families. I love them.
Facts.
I love them.
Same.
And I accept them. Love, acceptance. God, don't forget, I love them, man. And we, in our culture, man, we tend to put a stigma on that, man. I know what the Bible said. I know what the church says. Man, you know what? It's about love, man. We have no idea what that person has gone through, especially in our community, man.
Agree.
We are
That's
so hard on the gay brothers, lesbian sisters, man. Hey, man, love them. You know, and some of my best friend family are good people, man. Wrap our arms around them, man, and love. Let them know, too, it's okay. Imagine my struggle for addiction. Imagine your struggle every day we have to deal with in our community alone.
The stigma. And I'm glad you said it, not to cut you off, because it is a fact, like you said. And I think whether you agree with it or not, because, and I'll say this, I don't agree with the putting it in front of children. So whether it's heterosexual or homosexual, putting that in front of children on TV and trying to force it, that's where I draw the line. I don't agree with that. And I have gay friends and family that agree with that too. So whether you agree with being gay or not, that's your personal preference. And you could disagree. And I think it's okay to disagree, but it's okay. You still could respect somebody, whether that's their preference. But one thing I definitely say I'm 100% against is promoting any gay activity online to children and also heterosexual sexual activity online to children.
Yep.
I say both because children don't need to see that at all.
No.
A child don't need to see that.
No.
But I'll let you go ahead and continue.
And it's amazing because thanks for elaborating on that, Directors, man. We synced on that, man.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, they're human beings too, man.
Correct.
They're human beings, man. And so for me, man, being raised in the South, raised in a manly environment, my dad, uncles, brothers and stuff, they always want to call somebody gay or you a sissy. Another thing, stop crying.
Yeah.
No, little black boy, it's okay to cry.
Yeah.
It's okay to cry. It's okay to ask for help.
I'll just say I'm guilty because my son be waking up crying. I said, stop crying. Like, what you waking up crying for? But I am working on that. I am guilty of that. Because it's like, bro, we just woke up. I'm in a great mood. Why do I wake up to hearing you crying? But then again, it's something I have to evaluate. Like, what's wrong? Maybe you had a bad dream or whatever. And I'm working on that. And I'm just transparent because I'm a young father. So I'm learning.
Yeah, and Darrell, brother, evolving through experiences, brother. You know, it's evolving, man. Hey, and the thing about it, man, I was raised like that, man. Boys don't cry. Stop crying. You're a sissy. Why you like a punk? All like that. And so, man, I grew up with this hard shell, man, on the outside, but inside, man, I was dying.
Yeah.
Inside, I was hurting, man, because, you know, so now to get to the sex addiction part, man, it's about I went out and wanted to sleep with as many women as I can because I didn't want to think I was gay. I want to make sure I'm not gay, make sure I'm not a sissy, as they say back in the South back. No, so me, man, part of I know what I was doing. I got to accept responsibility for that. Part of my sex addiction come from, man, hey, you know, my childhood sexual trauma from an older male cousin, you know, and then the thing happened from an older female neighbor. So in my little mind, man, I'm thinking, hey, man, I'm going to conquer as many skirts as I can to make sure I'm not gay. I can't be gay. And nothing wrong with people who are gay and choose to be gay or just born gay. Nobody know the rhyme or evolution about that, man. Just love on people. So for me, man, that even made my addiction even more and worse than it was, man, besides the cocaine and knowing we want the cocaine, the drinking, the partying. In my mind, I can't be gay because I need my dad to love me. I need my uncles to love me. I can't be gay in my community in Montgomery, Alabama because, you know, in our culture, we shine up on that, going to think less of me. So, man, that even put it on another plateau, man, of making sure that. Overindulging, man. Of making sure that, hey, I got to be that guy. I got to be that man. Oh, let me be with this bad one. Let me be with this bad one. I got to be seen with her because, brother, I was soft. I was weak inside. I was broken. So to make myself feel better about myself and to impress other people who I shouldn't be even trying to impress, you know, that's what I was doing. And sex addiction is real, man. We don't talk about that. And what we do as men, as brothers, man, what we do, man, is what? We want to make it seem like it's an elaborate thing, like it's a fancy thing, like it's a good thing. We want to make it seem like, oh, you should be sleeping with this men and women. You should be doing that. No, we shouldn't, man. I'll tell a good friend of mine, man, Gerald Williams, man. This brother, man. Gerald Williams, man, this brother, man. He's a man's man. He's a father, man. This brother, man. I joke with him sometimes. I said, Gerald, look at that girl. Don't even look. Even now, I joke, Gerald, look at that girl. Man, this guy loves his family, man. I strive every day to be like Gerald Williams. You know, I can name very few brothers who I know, man, who are like this brother here, man. Like all about his family, all about his kids, and I heard somebody say, I think Jeezy was talking to the sister on a podcast. The sister who was
Neil Long.
Neil Long.
Oh yeah, I love Neil Long. Shout out Neil Long.
Yeah. He was talking. Jeezy was talking to Neil Long.
What J. Cole said.
And then Jeezy said, "Real niggas don't cheat." He said it just like that. He said, man, real niggas don't cheat. And I thought about that, man. They don't want to. And my guy, Jerry, he's a real man. Real men don't cheat, man. And I strive every day to get to that point, man. Every day to be that. Jesus, when he said that, man, I said, huh? He said, man, real niggas don't cheat, man. I mean, that real men don't cheat. But we got this thing as brothers, man, thinking that it's okay. And like, that guy a punk, man. He weak, think I'm sorry he's saying that. No, man, it's real. I've been there, brother. I've been there when I thought, you know, having many women in my life, being around many women, having sex with different women, made me a man. Don't make me a man, man. I was lost. I was hurt. It was my own insecurities, brother. It was my own insecurity. And think about the women who I hurt in the process, man. Then in rehab, talk about make amends. I'm needing to make amends to, man. There's so many people that got to rehab. I need to go make amends to. Whether it's people I induced to cocaine, people I put in sexual situations that should have been no situations, man. People who I helped break for my own selfish reasons, man. No, man, it ain't
accountability.
Right. Accountability, brother. Making amends, man. So we just think in this environment that, hey, that don't make you a man. For any young brother out there, man, that don't make you a man, brother. You know, actually what you're doing, you're hurting your own soul, your own heart, your own self. Well, I didn't think enough of myself to spread myself around. A bunch of folks would tell me all the time, Raj, why are you with that girl? She don't even deserve to be with you. And at the time, I wouldn't understand what they were saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this girl's amazing. What do you mean? You see her? Because I'm thinking like an addict.
Yeah.
I'm thinking less to myself,
Thinking
man.
with the wrong head, too.
Thinking with the wrong head.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh, man, so if the rail sitting with her, he going to think I'm that man. Oh, man, you know, if Xavier sitting with her, he going to think I'm that man. Oh, I'm the man. Because that's how broken I was, brother.
Yeah.
That's how broken we are because we put this thing on making it think. The more women I'm with, the more I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Which is not the case, man.
Right.
It's not the case. We as black men got to change that stigma, man, change that evolution of making young black boys think it's okay to treat women a certain way.
Correct.
I've been guilty of it, man. And I'm so glad where I'm at in my life now, man, that transition,
Beautiful.
Evolving through experiences, evolving another way, man.
Yeah.
Whereas, like you said, mentally, spiritually, emotionally,
physically,
evolving, man, and
beyond.
physically, man, and beyond, man. Because that's how we're going to get to be a better person,
Correct.
brother. So, yeah.
Nah, facts, man. And with that being said, like I said, you're saying so many things that like people they're gonna have to watch this episode a few times just to truly digest it and process it because it's so impactful. And I want to ask that before we even get to the divorce is like as far as overindulging, and I always like Lil Russell how he said like I'll let you hear the song.
Yeah, I
it's
like that.
It's really because you lack something in your soul. Like you said, you was broken inside, but it's nothing that a piece of paper could fix. It's nothing that a person could fix. It's the soul. It's the intangibles that you can't see that's really gonna fix that. So with that, I know obviously your process of helping you and helped you. What do you feel like somebody else, a young man or a woman, because it's not just men, it's women too.
Yeah.
What do you feel like they can do today to start that process of overcoming sexual addiction? Because it's not just a 1-day thing. It's not just a 1-week thing. It's not just a 30-day thing. It's like you said, fighting the good wolf versus the bad wolf. So what do you feel like is the first step they can take right now to be like, yo, like this overindulging in sex with different people? It may feel good in the moment. It may feel good at the exact second. But what do you feel like they can do to start the process of like, let's change this up?
Yeah. First thing, man, you gotta admit you got a problem, brother. That's the first thing, admit that
Never
problem,
hear what
man.
you never reveal.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. You gotta admit you got a problem, man. And then once you got that problem, man, then you gotta seek out how do I get help. And so, man, there are sex addiction meetings all day, man. There's this app, man, called the Pink Cloud.
Cloud.
Pink Cloud, this app, man. You put this app on your phone called a Pink Cloud, man. And the way it works is from 6 o'clock in the morning, brother, to midnight, there are meetings all over Atlanta, brother, where it's sex addiction meetings, alcohol anonymous meetings, or narcotics addiction meetings called Pink Cloud, man.
Pink Cloud.
You know, I think it's like $9.99 for a year, brother. You know, and you put this app, man. You can go, man. You can go to meetings from the south side of town, the Buckhead, Brookhaven, Alpharetta.
I'll sponsor somebody out.
Yeah. And if somebody want, I would sponsor somebody too, brother.
I'll sponsor somebody out.
Somebody who want that app,
year,
man, called, I would sponsor Pink Cloud. I'll sponsor somebody as well. I would do that as well with you,
DM
brother.
us or email us. I'll sponsor somebody.
Yeah, it's called Pink Cloud, man. And it's so amazing, man, because there's no excuse, man. I always say, like, so the first thing you gotta do is go to a meeting, man. Go to a meeting. Go to an SA meeting. A good friend of mine, man, he and I talked about this. One of my frat brothers, man, good brother, man, he go to meetings now. Because it was this whole thing about having that sex addiction, man, feeling like I got to do this to make myself feel good about myself. Yeah. It's admitting, man, and get to a meeting, man. Admit it, get to a meeting. Those meetings, man, will help, and then go get therapy, man. Go get therapy, got to talk about it, man, because everything goes back to somewhere in our childhood, those traumatic events. Something happened to make me feel this way about myself.
Yeah.
You know, and it's okay, man. The biggest, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not be okay. Like, how you feeling today? How you really doing? Those feelings, man. The biggest thing is admitting I got a problem, going to Pink Cloud, going looking for SA meetings, man, sex addiction meetings, brother, and then getting that help, man.
Yeah.
And then hearing other people. And you go to these meetings, you don't have to share your story.
Just
Sometimes
listen.
when I first started going to AA meetings or car addiction meetings, I just listened, man. And then after I got a rehab, man, from sharing my story, that was so much. I love sharing my story, man. I love telling my story because the thing about that is I can help somebody else.
Correct. Yeah.
I can share my story and help somebody else that's okay to ask for help, man. So that's the first thing. Admitting you got that problem, man. Going to some meetings, man, getting that therapy, man. And then the biggest thing, what I don't like, I've been saying, what I don't like, man, is somebody thinking, man, it's not for me. It's for you. It's for you.
Yeah.
You know, it's for you. Somebody loves you, you gotta love yourself. And somebody loves you, you know, somebody loves you, it's for you. We all got this struggle, man. Go get the help and ask for the help, man. It's help out, free help.
Free
You
help.
guys, free help out there, man.
Don't use that as an excuse that it's not for me, because if you use it saying that, it's more than likely for you. It's
there you
more
go,
likely
brother.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm definitely willing to sponsor at least 2 people.
Yep.
At least 2 people minimum sponsor. Just DM ETE, Evolving Through Experience, or email us. First come, first serve. But at the end of the day, if it's more, we'll go from there. We'll figure it out.
I'll sponsor the first 10 people.
First 10 people? All right, DM Evolving Through Experience, first 10 people, and then I'll match that.
Yep.
I'll match his 10.
Yep.
So boom. So bro, like next, man, like I said, I know we've been speaking about so much. I wanna talk about next the process of, before we get to your children, but the divorce. 'Cause I know you went through that process, and obviously I know you said obviously if roles were reversed, most men, like what you was doing, vice versa, well, men not staying. So let's talk about the divorce side.
Yeah, man. My first marriage, man, to my first wife, amazing sister, man. Amazing sister, man. We met down in Jacksonville, Florida. I was in the Navy. She worked for American Cancer Society, man. And man, you know, beautiful sister, man. Beautiful sister in and out, man. And so, man, I went through 10 years of our marriage, man, of doing what the hell I want to do. You know, having affairs, hanging out, drinking, man, because I was broken. She never knew none of this stuff, my first wife, until I went to rehab.
Yeah.
Never knew any of that. She probably knew something was wrong. My first wife never knew
So
I
your
was
second
drinking.
wife you went to rehab with? It
Yes,
was okay.
second wife. Yeah, my first wife, we got divorced. We had marriage counseling, man, because, man, you know, she, you know, was like, I was an idiot. I was an idiot, man. And so after doing so many, and my older girls know, after doing things that I shouldn't be doing, she couldn't take that, man. We tried it, and so it was just like, hey, it was done.
Yeah.
It was done. It wasn't her. It was me.
Yeah.
It was me, because I was so broken that I didn't go get the help I needed. At that time, you know,
It's too late.
You know, it's too late. I'm 36, 37 years old. You know, man, it's too late. And man, finally it just didn't work. And she shouldn't put herself there anymore, man.
Yeah.
And she was willing to be there for me. It was me.
Yeah.
It was me not going to get the help I needed because I still wanted to think I wasn't good enough to live that life. That was my first wife. Then my second wife, I said, man, still the same thing. Bring her into my life, a turmoil. Bring her into my life with me not feeling good enough. My life, I hadn't gotten help for my childhood sexual traumas, man. And me thinking I got to be the man. I can't be vulnerable with her.
Correct.
We talked about everything except for that. We never talked about that.
Yeah.
So it was on me, man. So really, man, shout out to my wife, man, because I want to tolerate all the stuff I put her through. I put her through a lot. Going on 3, 4, 5 day binges, man, not being at home. A working alcoholic, a working cocaine addict, man. Sex outside my marriage and stuff, brother. You know, the stuff that she tolerated. And people said, why? Because she saw something in me, bro, that, you know, I didn't see in myself. And there's groups out there for people. She was codependent because she wanted our family to be together so much. And she comes from parents are married forever, where she comes from and what she knows. And she believed in me. And I would think now, though, I bet if I relapsed, bro, and did something crazy, that she'll be gone, man.
Yeah.
She
Rightfully so, right?
Rightfully so, man.
Rightfully so.
And rightfully so, she'll be gone. And like with me, I wouldn't have tolerated 5% of the things she tolerated with me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Because me and we're different about that.
Yeah. Ego. Yeah. All that. Yeah.
Ego, man.
Yep.
You hit her on ego. I wanted to tolerate that, man. So she stuck there with me and saw something I didn't see in myself. And some of the stuff she didn't know.
Yeah.
She didn't know. When I got out of rehab, man, they brought a counselor here to talk to her for 2 weeks, me and her, about what I just went through.
Yeah.
When I was in rehab. So how legit this place is. Dr. Bob came here, man. Dr. Bob came here, spent time with me one-on-one here, spent time with us together, spent time with my wife one-on-one, and saying different exercises, man.
Yeah.
This is what you guys got to do if you want this to work.
Correct.
You know, this is what you got to do. And I go back to the story I told you and Xavier, man, and Trey wasn't here yet, about the fact that the first Hawks game I went to, when I got out of rehab, the game was over. I was just hanging out in the in the 360 club, talking to people. My wife come, where you at? I'm like, and still the hoorah rah. I'm the man. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's, well, the game is over. Her thing was, she don't care that she think I've been to rehab, as Dr. Bob said. She still see that lying, conniving, cocaine, sex, alcohol addiction guy. She don't see that I'm not gonna risk my family like that anymore.
Yeah.
So, but then so I'm like, man, called up, man. She calling me, she sweating me. Yeah, because she don't see the new Roger.
Yeah.
She see that old Roger. I haven't proven myself to her yet for her to give me any kind of rope and trust me. The trust been broken. So then Dr. Bob, man, so Darrell, he was like, hey, why don't you do this? If you go to a game where there's Hawks Braves, you're gonna be won't you call him like, hey, babe, the game just ended. But I saw Darrell, I ain't seen him. I'm gonna stay and talk to him. Because she knows I would never drink again. I would never drink again, do cocaine again, do things I shouldn't be doing. She knows that now. But at that time, she didn't know that. So now I started doing the thing of being accountable. Like, it don't make me less. Most men, we think about this brother like, I ain't calling my woman. I ain't calling I'm the man of the house. I ain't calling her. I do what I want to do. Was the dumbest thing ever. You know, you want somebody in your corner, man, show some vulnerability. Show some trust. Build that trust up. So now, bro, even now, hey, babe, I want you to get, hey, game just ended. Saw a couple of guys I hadn't seen in a while. I'm going to chat with them. Then I head home. Then I get in my car. I call her again. She can say, hey, I'm heading home now. Probably be there in 15, 20 minutes. Because now, bro, I think about she said that I got home from rehab. All the nights she stayed up worrying about me. All the nights not knowing where I'm at. Because think about during the COVID and all that time, who was getting killed? Black men. Who was getting pulled over? Black men. Who was getting shot? Black men. So me not thinking about all the trauma,
and that's just one side.
That's one I calls her and my kids. You know, so think about the fact, bruh, that all it took me to do back then was a phone call. So now, man, I'm not weak. I'm not soft. Now I'm being a real man where I can call my wife and be like, hey, you know, babe, I'm just now leaving. I'm in my car now. I'll be home in 15. What has that caused me back then because of my addictions and me being soft and being weak and being stubborn and think I got to prove something to other boys? What we do is, I wouldn't call her. Man, you crazy. No, man. I want to be in friends. I say, man, call your wife. I told this brother of mine the other day, man. He was, we went to the game with me, man. His wife was texting him, and he ain't texted back. I said, bro, why don't you text her back? Oh, man, she ain't sweating you. How about she care about you, bro? How about she loves you? How about she want to make sure you're okay? And he kind of looked at me, and he texted me like, Raj, man, thanks for that. And I texted him, hey, man, no, man, I'm not going to be that kind of freak. Because before, I'd be like, man, F her, man. What's she doing calling you? Man, we're going to go drink, do this, man. Man, you know, because I was an idiot. Where now, the realm, I'm more about accountability.
Correct.
I'm more about evolving through experiences, bro. I'm more about, hey, brother, if I can't do something to enhance your life, I don't need to be in your life. If you can't do something to enhance my life, I don't need you in my life. I got nothing to prove to you, brother. If you can't make my life better and bring me peace, and I be naked with you, and you be vulnerable with me, I be transparent with you, I don't need you in my life. I want to be by myself, man.
Facts. Call your friends out on their BS.
Call them on their BS, man. Well, I had a whole lot of, we call them back in the day, Darrell, I had a whole lot of enablers.
Enablers.
Tell me what I need to hear. Tell me what I wanted to hear, not what I needed to hear, what I wanted to hear. Oh, Ron, you great. Yeah. I'm the $10,000 a month cocaine sponsor. Think about that, Trey. I'm the sponsor, man. You know? They ain't like me. They like what they can get in this relationship, man. I'm not that good looking. I'm not that great of a guy. You know, come on. I'm the sponsor. And so for me being broken, I'm thinking I'm the man. No, man, you ain't the man. No, you ain't the man. You the man when I'm weak. You the man. You be accountable when I say, man, call your wife. Call your girl, man. You know, let them know where we at. Cause we ain't doing nothing now.
Facts.
Ain't nothing to be hiding now.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing to hide.
I don't know if you've seen the clip. I don't know if anybody in the room seen the clip where Yo Gotti got a call from Angela Simmons. And he answered. Did anybody see that? And then, but he like, yo, she called. He's like, in the middle of the interview, he answered the phone for his wife. Like, yeah, what's up? I'm in the interview. She's like, okay, just call me back. But there was like, all the women was talking about why men can't do this. Why men can't do this. It was funny because then they showed another clip. It's like, if you would have called, where you at? Who you with? Is it girls there? Is it 20? And they got it on speakerphone. So it's like, it was like funny. So yeah, that's funny you said that. It made me think of that because that's how they could be sometimes.
Yeah, and that's what it goes back to, man. Like, it goes back to, man, give my wife the peace now that I give her before.
Peace,
Peace, man. I often say that I want to come home to a peace and peace. You know what I'm saying? A peace and peace.
I'm weak. Hey, I'm weak. God, they went over their head. They went over their head.
That's what I want to come home to, man. That's all I need, peace in my house, man. I don't need all that turmoil. I don't need all that, man.
It's unhealthy.
It's unhealthy, man. And it's okay, man, to make that phone call when you need help. It's okay to reach out when you need help. It's okay to reach out when your girl, your wife is not going to call you, man. Forget your boys. They them kind of boys, man. F them. You don't need them in your life. You know, they ain't making your life easier for you, man. Anybody tell you soft, you weak, what you okay, man, he's not for you, man. He's not for you.
Get him out of
and I don't evolve through that, man. Well, now, man, my buddy of mine, keep that circle small, brother. Because in
Evolve or
life, man,
dissolve.
you only gonna have about 3 to 5 good people, bruh, in your life, man, about you, man. I used to have this big old circle, you know, enablers telling me I'm great. I'm like, nah, bro, you ain't that great, man. Now, brother, I got that small circle of people gonna call me on my crap.
Correct.
And I still got stuff I struggle with, man. I still struggle. I got that I gotta deal with, man.
Okay,
you know, I still like women, you know, but now I gotta put that in a different perspective.
Yeah.
You know?
Then
Different
question
perspective, man.
integrity, your own integrity.
Your own integrity,
and
brother.
making sure, like you said, that then you ain't gonna have the peace after.
You have that piece out there. You have that sofa.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm glad you said that too, because I'm gonna say this. So it was really Mayweather's fault. So no, I was saying Mayweather because I know you went to a Pacquiao fight. But so with that, so I want to say, I know you said her, obviously now, like shout out to your wife now, and both of them, your ex as well, for obviously sticking with you through all of this. And I want to ask, do you feel like at the same time that was a negative side on their part? Because dealing with so much, like you said, obviously if it was vice versa, roles were reversed, you would have left. But do you feel like people hold on to people so long, even though they truly love them, that it's doing more damage to them than helping them? Like, do you feel like at some point people just got to let go?
Good question. Darrell, I'm going to put it like this, man. At some point, brother, if they're not showing progress, you got to let go, man.
Yeah, for your sake.
For your sake. You got to let go. And I think, man, like I know for a fact, if I went back to the life I was living, my wife ain't going to tolerate that no more, man.
Yeah.
And she's totally
Rightfully
different
so.
now, man. It's even how she talked to me sometimes. Like, you know, she ain't that little, not saying she have a meek and mild, but sometimes I'll say something, she'll snap back at me. Whereas before, she was kind of like, okay, whatever. But now, man, like now, coming here today, she was happy I was coming, but it was like, okay, where you going again? Where you going to be at? Because, you know, she ain't used to me getting up, getting G'd up on a Saturday morning, going somewhere. Not that she thought I was lying, but she asked those questions. And well, before, Darrell, she never asked me questions, man. Whereas now, man, she want to know, hey, you know, where you going? Like the night I'm going to a Q event. You know, what time that is? Where's it at? You know, because she has to, because I know, man, she hung in there with me longer than she should have, to the detriment of herself and our daughter. You know, but she did. You know, but she did. And so sometimes in this thing we call life, man, you know, you got to know when to let go.
Facts.
You know, I got a brother who's a crackhead. I got a brother who's a crackhead, man. And probably the smartest of all of my siblings, the smartest, most not can fix anything, man. But I would say my brother Zach probably been on crack, man, 30 years. You know, and my sister, who I love that there, she enables it because now she washes clothes, she cooks for him. You know, and I'm like, how do my brother-in-law let this happen, man? But you know, she's never gonna let go because it was a turmoil between my parents, because he would go by their house 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and my dad, hey, you can't come out here anymore. And so you got to know when to let go. You know, got to know when to let go.
Well, I definitely hope he gets help.
Not sure. Say a crack as a bad word. I have a brother who's addicted to crack.
Okay. Got you.
Because I was watching some on a therapy call, man, a therapy thing on Instagram was saying that we shouldn't use labels so much. So I have a brother who's addicted. Like you connected me on something earlier. Formal addiction. We got these labels.
You want to be clear.
We make these labels who we are. So yes, I want to correct that.
So and with that being said, like I said, I definitely want to say I hope he gets the help he needs. When he's
got to want it.
He got to want it. Exactly. He has to want it. But with that being said, my thought process was, I just lost my train of thought. I
apologize.
No need to apologize. Obviously wanting help once he eventually wants it. Shoot, I just lost it that quick. It was important too. He gonna get the help. We definitely gonna manifest. He gets the help. Obviously you said your sister enabled it. Unfortunately, what? Don't worry about it. I'll come back to it. When you come back to me, we'll come back to it. But for now, we'll go to your children, because now that's a whole nother side, because over the years you've been dealing with all of these different things, fighting these demons or whatever, dealing with cocaine or whatever, so be it. Now you're coming back out of rehab, having to mend these relationships with your children, your precious children. Our children are precious. So now walk us through that process for somebody else, that so they know it's possible as well.
Oh yeah, man. So my girls now, my oldest daughter's 30, Amber's 30, April's 27, and Stella's 12. My actively involved every day with them, man. So it was very emotional, man. When I went to rehab, it was a very emotional time for them, man. We all cried, everything, because man, they put that down on a pedestal. Because for me, I shared this with you and Xavier, man, how in my little world, my little small mind, I would say, and going back to think about with your son, I would say to my girls, hey, man, what are you crying about? What are you upset about? You got a car, you got a house, we get to go on vacation, you got money, all those things. It's not about those things, man. And so me, I'm thinking I'm feeding them what they want. They didn't want, they wanted me. Correct. They wanted their dad, man. And so now, this is my relationship with my girls now. Because very transparent, even like from my first marriage, they know why their mom and I got divorced, because I did things you don't do when you're married. They know it wasn't their mom's fault. And I know my girls would think it was their fault for it. A lot of times, kids think, man, it's their fault. Right. Oh, my mom and dad's not together because of me. Yeah. Oh, my parents got divorced because of me. The worst thing we can do is make a kid think it's their fault. Yeah. So I explain to my girls, like, it's not your fault. Correct. And the stuff dad going through is not your fault. So my older girls, they know everything. Yeah. They know everything from rehab. Yeah. They know. And now, man, I have such a better relationship with them because, man, I'm able also, Darrell, man, to be transparent with them and be vulnerable with them. Exactly. And where now, like before, they're transparent and vulnerable with me. Whereas before, my girls wouldn't share certain things with me because I come at them like, oh, man, stop crying. Yeah. What are you talking about? You got this, and that. It wasn't about that. It was about they needed me to see them as the young women they are and feel their vulnerability and be there to support them. Yeah. I don't have to fix it, but be able to just talk to them, man. Like my youngest daughter, my 27, went through something, man. I just moved her out to Dallas, Texas a month ago. And, man, she was going through, I would say, some depression, man, going through not feeling good about herself, trying to find herself and where she was at. And she didn't want to be in Atlanta. So I'm sad that she's in Dallas, but, man, she is the most happiest she's ever been, I think, in her life. Shout out to her. Love that. And so now, man, like, got her dream job, living out there. This morning, she texted me at 7 o'clock. Dad, I'm up already. You up? Like, yeah, Dad, I'm up, man. I got to get up and go to work now. I'm doing my thing. She's up. And we had this. I had to drive her, Darrell, man, 12 hours twice to Dallas, Texas from here. And, man, she and I shared so much, man. Yeah. So much about me, about relationships, about my addictions, your vulnerability, man. 12 hours in the car, you talk about a lot. Yeah, those are the most important memories right there. So, man, I remember that. So, man, she and I are so much even more closer, man. Yeah. My older daughter, man, we share things. We talk about things, man. I can be vulnerable with them. I don't have to be super dad. I don't have to be Superman. Yeah. And even now, man, with my 12-year-old daughter, she go to therapy. She's 12 years old because now, it's not a shameful thing, man. Now I took the shame out of it. I took that thing. Oh, you don't need any help. You weak. You soft. My 12-year-old, she go talk to someone. Hey, and she'll say, Dad, let me go talk to my therapist and stuff. She talk. She'll stop. She'll go back because, man, I don't want her to think that's a bad thing. And our culture, man, we made it a bad thing. I'm talking about that. Go talk to somebody. And I love the fact that my 12-year-old go and talk to someone. I need to go talk to Miss Geneva. Yeah. And he go talk to Miss Janine. Okay, go talk to her. And she shared things with me and her mom, but it's the fact that she knows at 12 years old, bro, she can go talk to her counselor, man. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And that's what I want other brown and black girls and boys to know. It's okay to go talk to someone. Agree. Don't have this go. For me, think about it, Darrell, man. I had this stuff pent up for 50 years. 50 years of pent up emotions, pent up I'm not good enough, and trying to survive in this crude and harsh world we call America, man, for black men already. So I got all this stuff built up, and I don't know how to go get help. I don't know how to go ask for help because if I do, I'm weak. Yeah. I'm soft. No, man, go talk to someone. Ask for help. It's okay to not be okay. Ask for help. Man, I'm blown away from words to even speak because I never even thought about it from the fact I'm always an advocate for therapy, but the fact you have your 12-year-old daughter going to therapy and she's seen it, that's probably the most important than adults because we could change the younger generation. We don't have to keep trying to just change the adults because it's the younger generation that matters most. So I'm so glad you said that because it's so many other people that need that. And I remember also what my other thought was outside of, like I just said, other children knowing that it's okay to go get therapy. I also know that some of the smartest people, if not the smartest,
have had or has been dealing with drugs. That's one thing I could say. Like I know we seen a post. It was funny, but it's at the same time is a fact. There's like a crackhead gave me the best advice. He's like, "Yo, nephew, at the end of the day gonna end." Like it's a fact though. Like don't stress. It's gonna end. Like at the end of the day gonna end. But it's like it's crazy because like those really are some of the smartest people. So like you say, obviously your brother Dylan dealt with it because I'm a manifest. He dealt with it. It's the fact, like you said, he could build anything, do anything. It's like those are the people that we need to embrace and get them to help. No matter what happened in their childhood or their past, like let's figure that out too so we can help them evolve. But those are the smartest people that we need to embrace the most at the end of the day. So I'm glad you said that as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And just
and I want to get back to you about you and your son.
Okay, go ahead, please.
I'm gonna challenge you to this.
All right, gotcha.
Love on him, hug him.
For sure.
Because like you said, you hit it around the head though, Darrell, bro. You said maybe he had a bad dream. You know, maybe someone's going, maybe he's thinking about something.
Yeah.
And so the more we as black men are vulnerable and train with our little black boys, it's okay to hug them.
Got you.
It's okay to hug them.
Sure.
Because me, man, I don't think my dad, bro, ever told me he loved me. I really don't. I try to think, but I don't think my dad, maybe until he was getting older, 79, 80 years old, getting ready to transition on, I think he would say it real. I love you too, boy.
Yeah.
You know, he never like said, I love you,
slowly,
son. Yeah, I love you too, boy. You know, and like because you gotta realize, black men, man, we weren't built to show emotions, man. And think about that generation. You know, whereas now, man, I tell my good brother, man, hey, I
love you, bro.
I love it. And this thing going around on Instagram, man, about because another brother tell the brother he love a hug, and people say, oh, that ain't gay.
Yeah.
Where's that come from? Hey, man, I love you.
Facts.
I want the best for you. I'm going to give you a hug. How are you feeling?
Facts.
No, not good. How are you feeling? Remember when Xavier and I was out there talking? I said, no, feelings. Are you sad? Are you angry? You know, are you feeling vulnerable?
What you feeling inside?
What you really feeling inside, man? Are you feeling some guilt, some
process,
shame? Good is not. I tell my girls all the time, good is not a feeling.
Don't tell me good,
Don't tell me good. No, how are you really feeling? Are you happy? Are you angry? Are you sad? You feeling some guilt, some shame?
Facts.
Let's talk about that.
Facts.
So let him feel, brother. Hug him.
Yeah.
If he crying, hug him. How you doing, son? What's going on? I love you. Look at me, I love you. And give him that hug, man, because now he gonna tell you what's going on with him. Now I can be vulnerable with dad.
Yeah.
Dad love me when I'm smiling or when I'm sad or when I'm crying.
Yeah, agree.
Remember what the guy told you? The day's gonna end, but end on a happy note with your son. The day's gonna begin.
Facts.
You
It's
know?
gonna begin again.
And the way that day start, like I tell people all the time, man. I thought I was telling Xavier this, man. I don't have bad days because I don't allow other people to put their trash in my garbage can.
Yeah. Facts. I like that terminology. And I would definitely say I accept the challenge, but that's not all the time I do that with him. But I did tell him this morning. I drove to see him last night and I stayed with him, and I did tell him I love him this morning and gave him a big hug. And I love to see him when he's smiling and always playing. It's like kids have an exerted amount of energy.
Yes.
I mean, I seen bro go all day and still not be tired. But at school, you know the craziest part that bothers me? It's at school. When he's in school, he could go to sleep. He's 2.
Yeah.
He could go to sleep. I watch the cameras like from my phone when he's in school, and he could go to sleep no problem. At home, he can't take a nap. At home, it's a fight to go to sleep at nighttime. And I just like, I don't know what the school doing, but they doing something better than me because I can't get him to go to sleep.
You know why, Darrell?
What?
When you with your boys, you happy, right?
Agree.
You're having a great time, fun. Let's do it. Let's kick it, right? Where his boys at?
School.
Why he want to sleep?
Well, he sleeps at school though. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying, but yeah. So if he going to sleep, that's a part of the process.
Okay, yeah.
So at
doing
home,
what they doing, yeah.
At home, I'm with Dad. I want to have a great time.
Yeah, got you.
Dad's my
Makes
boy.
sense. Facts.
I want to have a great time. My dad is here. I don't want this night to end.
Yeah.
Think about it that way.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely take that into account. I'm glad you brought that process.
And he's 2. Love on him.
For sure.
Love on him.
For sure. I might have him come up here one day and do a quick 10-second episode because he ain't gonna be the last in here too long. He gonna be over there messing with the tools, and Trey gonna kick us out.
Yeah.
So yeah, we not gonna do that too long. 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for sure, man. And man, it's just so much you said, and like I said, like I don't take this episode lightly. This is probably one of the most heaviest episodes we probably had outside of all our guests this far. And not saying putting anybody's on a stool, but just from everything you've been through, I definitely know it covers so many different topics, and one that people are really going to be able to benefit from, whether they're young, old, middle, or whatever. No matter what you're going through, I want people to see that they can overcome these different things. And I know you said this thing outside too. outside of as far as with the addiction, just to double back, I know you were saying you used to travel to Colombia all the time. Not saying you was the plug. We not saying that. He's not
No,
saying
not at all,
not at all. FBI, we don't want no problems.
No.
But I know you said you went out there and it was just so accessible out there. Unfortunately, but then again, it's so pure in Colombia because that's where it's coming from.
Yeah, exactly, man. So it's like, so it's still my company, man. The government contracting, the fiscal year goes from 1 October to September 30th. So after September 30th, whatever contract hadn't been awarded is not going to get awarded because the fiscal year ends. So the new fiscal year starts 1 October, which means ain't nothing going to really go in the government, man, to about March. So every October, I'll take myself a trip. I'll go over there, do my thing. It's accessible, women, cocaine, drinking, everything, thinking that I'm going to blow off some steam, would have even hurt myself more, not realizing. Now, I don't want to make that country, that's what that country's about. That's a beautiful country, man.
Correct, yeah.
There's so many things you can go and do more amazing things. And while we're talking about
I want to go over there.
Yeah, go and do it, man.
Yeah.
The people are beautiful. The food is beautiful. You got beaches over there, man. When you go to Cartagena, Medellin, Bogota, Cali, man. And some people go to this one spot within Cali, man, get the teeth done, man. Dr. I forgot his name, but
I see a lot of people go to Colombia for their teeth for BBL.
Yeah. This guy was one doctor where he can get your teeth done for 25% what you might pay over here. But, and I said, we talking about vacations, man. My family and I were going on vacation every year, even doing my addictions and stuff, man. And it's funny, my girl said this, brother. It was like, I was never present. I was never present. Because me, I don't care where we went, and my wife told me this, I'm trying to find a bar, go hang out, drink, whatever. And my wife be like, you know what? You need Atlanta because every bar is the same. Every bar, if you think about it, they all got alcohol.
Yeah.
And so now, man, since I've been drug free, cocaine free, alcohol, been sober, man. We go on the best vacations ever. We just went down to the Dominican Republic, my family and I, man, went to the DR, had the best snorkeling, and I'm present. So to hear my family say, man, I was never present.
Yeah.
I'm present,
It's a
man.
beautiful feeling.
And now, before my wife want to go see museums, man, I ain't trying to do all that.
Yeah.
But now I want to do those things.
Yeah.
And I think about, man, even when I was in the Navy, now all the places we done been, why I missed out on seeing the beauty of that country because of my addictions. Because I don't want to be present. I want to go on that tour. I don't want to do this. I want to go drink and hang out and party because that's how my mindset was thinking. That's all it is to come up with those places, man. But now, be present. With your son, be present. With your friendships, be present. And if they're not, get them out your life, man. If they can't enhance your life and sit outside, they shouldn't be in your life, brother.
Facts. Vice versa.
Find your circle. Find your tribe. Find your tribe.
Nah, I appreciate that, bro, because like I said, not just me taking this in and applying it for my life, but everybody that watched ET, every supporter, follower, they're definitely gonna be able to gain from that. And like you said, being present. And I'm glad now that you're in this space that you are present when you go out and you could actually enjoy these moments with your family. And that brings me back to, it's crazy that obviously I know why you quit. I'm gonna tell you why I also went vegan and stopped drinking pretty much. Definitely hard alcohol. I do drink wine here and there, but that's really limited as well. It's like, I think the last time I had wine was when I was out the country this past August. So that was the only time. Well, we went to Turks, DR, and then where else we went? Turks, DR, and I forgot the other place. It was
St. Martin's.
No, it wasn't St. Martin's.
Costa
It was
Rica.
Turks, DR. And I don't remember the other one.
Okay,
But long story short, that was the only time, and I took my son. That was my son's first time out the country.
Nice.
Beautiful moment.
Yeah.
So that was the only time. But even outside of that, I quit drinking, and I'm also going to try to convert you to the vegan side. You already know that. But
I need to lose about 50.
I got you. Say less. I think you can do that. We're going vegan and
That's
working
50
out.
pounds, not $50. 50 pounds.
Nah, I got you. But going vegan is like just understanding like these health issues, like you said, and I'm sure obviously drinking not good for your liver at all. It's no point of drinking hard liquor at the end of the day. But for me, it's just like obviously seeing family going through different health issues, and then having alcoholics in the family and seeing how that's reacted to them. But the most recent was my grandmother having to need a kidney transplant. So my aunt had to give her kidney, but I'm like, if you was taking care of your body over these years, and no diss to her, making her feel less than or bad about it, but these are the things we can combat or combat before it's too late. So if I see this is what's been going on for the years, eating the same food that's got you in this position, high blood pressure, diabetes, why the hell I'm gonna continue to do it? And it's no sugarcoating because like I can't continue to do the same route expecting a different result. So I'm like, I'd rather just go cold turkey, make a full lifestyle change, because at the end of the day I want to live a longer life, but healthier life. And when I say live longer, healthier, I mean from all aspects, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and beyond. So those are the biggest things for me. So I wonder, has your daughters or whatever, and obviously it's up to them, have they, being that you went sober, have they dedicated or any capacity say they cut back or don't drink at all?
It's amazing. Like my wife, and she would say this all the time when we would go out and stuff, she wouldn't drink. Like she used to drink and stuff, because she said, well, I wouldn't drink because I didn't want to have a bad night with you. Because we both drinking. She's already knows something gonna go south. And so my wife, man, she wouldn't drink. She said, I'm not gonna, she said, I'm not gonna drink because I know we're gonna have a bad night. We're gonna argue, we're gonna say something stupid or do something stupid. And she was like, she wouldn't drink. And even now, so my wife don't even drink.
Don't drink, yeah.
I be saying, Jen, get a glass. She loves wine. She don't drink.
Yeah.
She don't drink. My girls, man, they don't drink around me.
Yeah.
They might have a drink or two, but no.
Around,
and then thing about it, I tell people all the time, it's not funny. Like, it wasn't alcohol, it was that damn cocaine. So it was like I would have a couple of drinks, Darrell, I have a couple of drinks. I'm going right to that cocaine, man. And so for me,
that was the initiation. That was the starter.
That was the starter, man. So for me, I tell people all the time, come to my house, hey, you can drink, do whatever. I'm not. Because I know, man, for me, it wasn't really the drinking for me. I have a couple of Tito's and Club Soda. I know, hey, where it at? And so now, man, like
that's the starter.
That was the starter, man.
The appetizer.
So, the appetizer with people who I go to game, people don't bother me. People say, Rod, it don't bother me, man. Plus, it don't bother me because I don't want to go back to that life.
Correct.
Because I know, brothers, I was telling, you and Xavier outside, man, if I go back to that life, man, people say, I ain't coming back. And I like where I'm at right now, man. I like peace in my life, man. I like the peace that I have. I like to win, man. I'm very competitive. I like to win. And I just like where I'm at in my life. Beautiful. And I don't want to fail myself, my wife, my kids, my friends, and other people who I have talked to are going to see this about, how your life can be so much better, man. And, you want to have some struggles, man. If you fall, get back up and try again, man. Get back up and try again, And we putting
this episode out so y'all can see, and obviously you're going to continue to evolve, and so I'm glad we even getting this out, because now this is another reminder for you when, if temptation ever comes, and I'm glad you said that, because now you could be around people that do drink, because truth be told, if you do overcome these addictions, when people do overcome these addictions, it's not, especially alcohol, it's on every corner.
Yeah.
So you got to learn how to pretty much function with it around and not be tempted, because it's no way, it's not really no escaping. You're not gonna, unless you go live in a box somewhere. And how long can you do that? So I'm glad you said that, because I think that's the other factor people need to factor in. And I commend the people that intentionally don't do it around you, even though you can control yourself, because for several reasons, you don't want to let yourself down first and foremost, but other people as well. I commend them as well. But even when other people that don't know, like you said, you may go to a restaurant and the neighbors, the table next to you may be having a drink. That's good, because now you are able to function with it. And I want other addicts, upcoming ex-addicts, to know that they'll be able to overcome it as well. Yeah, it's spot on, man, because, man, it's not going anywhere. Yeah. It's not going anywhere, man. So you gotta be like, hey, what's my at? It's funny, I go back to this, is in rehab they talk about, Rob, what were you drinking at? Where were you smoking weed at? Where were you snorting cocaine at? What's that at? And that at is that childhood thing, or that thing in that life you hadn't taken that step to get help for. What's your at? What was you drinking at? Where you snorting cocaine at? Where you smoking weed at? It's always an at. It's something there, man. So, what's your at? Then with that at, man, you gotta be like, what's my reason to get away from that at? What's your at? Yeah. Hey, man. Oh, man. I'm just, again, grateful for this episode, and I know we could talk even more. I'm sure we talked for a while now, and I don't know what to say, but just a moment of silence, really, because even though I'm not doing a moment of silence, but it's just beautiful, because, like I said, this is really going to impact people. And when I started this brand, this was my biggest goal. It wasn't about any money or finances behind it. It was just like, from my life experiences and hearing stories like yourself and others, just seeing like, yo, bro, like, y'all overcame all of this and y'all prevailing. Like, this is what people need more than anything. They need this more than the new Jordans. They need this more than the new game system, more than the money that's going to come and go, that doesn't really have any value to it. to know like, yo, what you're dealing with inside, you can overcome that, you can defeat that, and you can prevail through it all. So that's why I was like, yo, this is why I don't take this lightly. Like, this not bringing in a plethora of money yet for Evolving Through Experience, but I do this because I want people to know, like, this is bigger than me. And I always tell people it's evolve or dissolve. This is life or death if we do not evolve. It's life or death. So again, with that being said, man, I don't know, any last words you want to say, any books you want to recommend to people. Like we said, I'll be chopping it up and doing the sponsorship. We'll do 20 sponsorships for anybody that what's the app called?
Pink Cloud.
Pink Cloud. So if you have any addiction, we are sponsoring Pink Cloud for 20 people. Pink Cloud is the app, right? It's an app.
Pink Cloud. Yep.
Pink Cloud, 20 people, just DM Evolving Through Experience or email us for that sponsorship, so we can sponsor you for 1 year for the Pink Cloud app. That way you can get the help you want. Right here in Atlanta. And do they have it in other states as well?
It's all over. It's
all over the country.
Man.
All over the country. So perfect.
Like, if I go to Texas, I hit Pink Cloud. I can see where a meeting's at. If I go to DC, I hit Pink Cloud. They'll tell where a meeting's at. Based on your geographical location. Darrell. So it's all over, man.
Perfect.
It's all. So I have no excuse. Like when I travel, if I'm in Miami, wherever I'm at, if I'm starting feeling a little something, I should go to a meeting. I call my sponsor, call somebody, man. Like, it's all over. So not just, it's called Pink Cloud's app. It's based on where you at geographically.
Got you. That's dope. I like that. Perfect. So yeah, bro. Any last words you want to say? Any books?
My last words, man, would be that, hey, man, you're good enough, man. Tell everybody you're good enough, man, and share that love, man, and don't feel any type of way about where you're at right now in your life, man. My thing would be, man, you're good enough. Surround yourself around people who want you to win. Don't allow other people put their trash in your garbage can. And know that, man, there's sunshine on the other side of that mountain, man. There's sunshine on the other side of that mountain, man. And I would say, man, I would just say, man, follow this episode, man. Reach out to me, reach out to you, man. Get yourself in a good program. And you said something hit on the head too, Darrell, when you said that every therapy center is not for everybody. Find the ones for you. And every therapist is not for everybody. Correct. Find the therapist for you, Facts. And so I would say, man, I would say somebody I follow, man, Brene Brown. Brene Brown, man. Follow her on Instagram, man. She's real. She keeps it real, man, and it's amazing. I would say just follow her, man, and just like make that first step, man. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to ask for help.
Got you.
Thank you, brother.
And this is my last two final questions. I almost did. This is one of the most important questions that I ask every single guest. But before I ask that question, what is something you always wanted to do that you haven't done yet?
That's a great question, man. I haven't done a lot, not being, I've done a lot. I would say...
besides coming vegan.
Yeah, besides coming vegan. I would say... Man, I would say write a book.
Write a book. Okay.
I want to write a book.
You want to write a book?
Yeah.
Hey, well, I can help you with that.
Okay.
I got the guy. I would love to, I could connect you and y'all have a conversation because your story, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
I'm buying the first 10 books. Okay. I just asked that they be signed.
Yeah.
But the first 10 books for sure, because what you just told me, and I'm probably gonna call him after this episode because your story is crazy, and it's crazy for the better. So I would definitely will be connecting those dots.
Yeah.
But this is one of the most important questions I ask every guest. In your own words, what does evolving through experience mean to you?
Oh man, it's great. Evolving through experience, man, meaning for me, man, we talk about mentally, spiritually, emotionally. It's for like not going back. It means that every day I get up, I need to be a better person. I need to be 1% better. For me, it's like evolving from the person I was to the person that God meant for me to be.
Got you.
Where I can have people, man, to see my story and evolve with me, not against me. That's what evolving through experience mean to me, brother.
Beautiful answer, bro. And I always tell every guest there's no wrong answer to that question because every guest says it differently. They all mean the same thing, but the way y'all say it and elaborate on it is just a beautiful thing. So without further ado, I will say, if you know any your guy that sold you the company in 2004, 2005, if they sell any more companies, let me know because I'm looking to buy something and scale it up like that.
Yeah.
Obviously with your assistance because that's another level. But without further ado, y'all, that was another amazing therapeutic episode of Evolving Through Experience. Again, make sure you get the help you need. I'm definitely going to be putting the 1-800 numbers, whatever you're dealing with. Let's get you the help you need, man, because, again, it's life or death. So, again, evolving through experience. Catch us on the next episode. Peace.
Thanks, D.
Man, appreciate
Thank you,
man.
brother, man. Thank you.